What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So, guys, today we're talking about Brother Anton Daniels, and of course, I got to know Anton Daniels around, I would say like 2021, and I've seen him progress in the business, and he was also a part of this really good network that I do like a lot called the Lapeef Network. And I believe Brother Lapeef is out of the Chicago land area. Shout out to the brother. They both do some really good work. Anton has now progressed into, having some podcast things there, interviewing big style people. And I think that's great. But what I have noticed is that Anton has been sort of distancing himself from the Lapeef Network over the last year and a half. I would see him streaming at the same time as Lapeef, which I thought was odd because, I would see people from the Lapeef Network that was on the stream with him, and then you would see some of those people while at the same time Lapeef was streaming on Anton Daniels' show. So I could tell that there was something going on behind the scenes because it just didn't make sense. Because whenever, Anton was on Lapeef, he was never streaming, but it seemed like something happened and Brother Anton started to do his own thing and sometimes was on Lapeef. Now, he made this statement the other day on his community tab. This was a few days ago. Seems like he's in the DR. So y'all already know I removed myself from the Thursday Lapeef Let's Talk panel to focus on growth in other areas. As of today, I will no longer associate myself with the channel at all. And for clarity, this is not beef, just a business decision on my end. Great things coming. It was a great ride, but what do you think I plan next? New deals on the table. God bless. Now, let me just talk about this, right? Because things like this happen. I don't know why it happened, but from what I've also been told from certain people, I don't know how true this is, but I've been said that Brother Lapeef didn't know that this was going to be coming out. What I can appreciate about Brother Lapeef is that whatever issues that they may have had, Lapeef never has publicly come out and talk about it. I don't know what the real thing is, but I like the fact that it's handled behind the scenes. That is a very masculine thing. It's something that I've not been able to do. Sometimes I've had fallout with guys, and we've seen the end results of a war. So, but I just want to talk about this. Lapeef Network is a great network. It is a great network. But what I will also say is, as a live stream, I don't know if people feel like when Anton comes on, he gets too much power. I've heard also from another brother, I think it's LTTV. Shout out to that brother, that bigger YouTubers get more say-so on the show and things like that. I'm not sure if that's the case, but what I can tell is Lapeef, the online platform of it, is simply just that. Okay. And LTTV is saying that, it could be what Just Heard things. I really don't know if that's the situation. I think like the Lapeef brother and him could have just different motives. What I see is Anton trying to go into one situation. I don't know how hard he is to work with. I know he's had some issues. I've talked to certain people that have talked about them both and things like that. I'm not sure. But these things happen in business. And the situation is like when it does happen, it's typically because of, look, I got more opportunities without you. I probably can do this on my own, or I feel like you're not where I'm going to be. That's the reality of what it is. And that's some of the downfall of collaborating with a lot of people, which is why I don't do it as much anymore. You know, I tried that early on in my career, stuff like that. And for me, this is what I like to do. I own all of my stuff. From production to the thumbnails, to the cameras, to everything. The whole chain. So, again, I don't really know about this. And the one thing I will say is I like the fact that the brothers is keeping it behind the scenes. But this happens. It happens in business. Okay? Now, I know there's also some talk about how some of the ladies was being treated. Like, for example, I heard people say, like, okay, Anton, he would go to Lapeef. He will talk to people in certain ways on Lapeef, especially the women. And then he won't do that on his own platform. I've heard that too. Whatever the case yields. In business, you gotta fend for yourself. I love the platform. Lapeef is a great platform. It's a real class act too, as far as what I see like in person. Obviously, people fight and panels, stuff like that. But they had a wonderful event in Atlanta. I hope they can continue to do very well. And Brother Anton, you know, like I said, he's doing his thing. He's moving in a different direction. I see that his platform is getting better. It's not like it's getting worse. That's another thing too. Anton Daniel's platforms are getting better. He's getting more views also. He's figured out this YouTube thing, how to get better, right? And bringing in Charleston White, making that investment. I think he's making more of an investment in the platform, maybe as far as in comparison to Lapeef. And it shows. I think it shows. Sometimes some people, I don't know what Lapeef is doing, but I think like when it comes to reinvesting into the business, right? Sometimes you have a business partner and you don't want the other partner doesn't want to put in the money. I'm not saying that about Lapeef. I'm just saying this is in my honest opinion. That could be a case in general. I see Anton making this these purchases, trying to go that way. I don't know if the other brother wants to spend that kind of money to do something. And that also will cause business splits too if the partner don't want to put the money up. That'll always happen. I mean, that's one of the issues that I had with some of the colleagues I had before. Some of the people, and I'm not even gonna call no names, it was all money in, no money out. This is one individual in particular, you know. But when it came to ideas and stuff, brothers have all ideas. When it comes to spending the money, guys don't want to spend the money in the business, right? And I'm like, bro, how do you have all these ideas, but you're not reinvesting into the business? And so we will be talking about what we're going to do, the plans that we got. And when it came down to spending the money, it was always my money. Like, why is it always my money we spending? You know what I mean? Or why is it always my equipment or something like that? And you just never saw brothers wanting to put the money up. But when you want to bring Charleston White in to grow the business, hey man, you got to spend that $10,000. You got to spend that money. And sometimes brothers don't want to spend the money to grow, man. You got to put the money up to grow. Not saying that this is what happened here, but I'm telling you, a lot of black YouTubers don't like spending money. They like getting money. And a lot of guys treat this business as like, you know, like it's not real. Bruh, this is content. This is a real business. You got to spend the money to make the money, bro. Like, you want to bring in the big time guests on your podcast, spend the money. You're going to have to spend the money. You can't get away from spending money. So that'll also slow you down in business, bro. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.